I will never get tired of saying that I'm super proud of my kids and their fight they have, but I'm really tired of them not getting payoff for it because they're working their tails off. They have so much adversity thrown at them this year, and we are not an excuse team, and we're not making excuses. They are battling their tails off. They show up every single game, and they give all they have, and it's upsetting that that we can't figure out a way to get over the hump. But there's little things that we will continue to get better at, that we'll continue to learn from when we watch film. These kids are doing everything we ask them to do and more, and they keep showing up, and that's all I can ask of them. What a great basketball game! What a physical basketball game! That is definitely February, March basketball. And, I think that our kids just really did, they had a little stretch where they hit back-to-back threes. That was the difference for us anyway, and just we couldn't get over the hump. But really, really proud of these kids.
Questions for Vivian?
Vivian, another physical game, and like Coach mentioned, you guys are just trying to get over the hump. But do you think games like this help mold you guys and get you guys tougher when postseason comes around?
For sure. I mean, learning how to play with the physicality, they're known for being a physical team, and we were prepared for it. And I think we handled it pretty well, actually, so I'm really proud of our team for that. But it definitely prepares us later on in the stretch, and we have another physical game on Saturday, so it's like a practice game pretty much. We're ready for that.
And it's kind of been a theme all season for you guys getting fans out there, and they really gave you guys that extra spark in that fourth quarter to you with this being your senior year. What does that mean to have the support of Red Raider Nation behind you?
I love it, and I'm like, it's awesome. I know they're proud of us, and they keep showing up, and they're always there for us. So, I mean, I can't thank them enough to keep coming out. Yeah, it's great.
Anything else for Vivian? All right, Vivian, thank you.
Awesome.
Coach, tonight was definitely more a physical defensive battle, and you guys were evens on the rebounds tonight, but you guys edged them out defensively on the rebounds by 2. Kind of comment on y'all taking care of things on the boards tonight.
Well, I thought in the first half we didn't take care of blocking out offensively or on the offensive boards, and they got a couple of really easy buckets late in the second quarter on the backside of our zone, and we really talked about that and addressed that at halftime. And I thought our kids really made that adjustment. They did a really good job of controlling the boards and only giving them one opportunity. Unfortunately, the last offensive rebound that they got really kind of broke our back a little bit because off of a missed free throw that gave us that we could have had an opportunity to come down and tie it. But yeah, for us to be undersized and going against the athletes that they have and how big they are, I thought our kids were warriors on the glass.
Shantae, again, had another incredible game. Definitely was clutch for you guys offense, but also defensively. You talked about her finding her role and her niche on this team. Comment on her performance today.
Well, she's just being a utility player for us, which is really hard to do when you're a freshman. I don't know, if you noticed, but late in the game, she was playing the 2 guard for us. She's played the 2, she's played the 5, she's played the 3, she's played the 4, and she just battles. She just goes in and does whatever we ask her to do. But her physicality was the reason that we did that. We tried to get bigger across the board and in our zone, and tried to just be a little bit more physical even on offense, trying to get open and maybe posting her. And I thought that she just really battled tonight, knocked down a 3, I believe, that helped us. And I'm just really proud of the confidence she's playing with and how her mentality is right now.
Chris, the potential three-pointer at the end of regulation, it was set up for Lexi to take the shot. Did you want to go totally with her, or were you thinking about Brian or somebody else?
No, we actually had 2 options there. Lexi's a knockdown shooter, and and it's one of those things where you got to have, it's just as important to have the pass completed, and that's a hard pass to make, and Bryn's used to making it. So, yeah, I thought that Lexi could get in the corner quick and that we could throw that flood pass and let her get a shot off. And we actually wanted to be able to reverse it back as well if that wasn't there. So we had a couple of options. I think we had our best three-point shooters on the floor at the end. And unfortunately, I think she could have, from what I understand, I think she could have maybe lifted her up in the air and let her fly by. But, at that time of the game and that much energy and motion and everything that's happening, she took her best shot right there, and they just made a great defensive play and got a hand on it.
Coach, y'all played really good defense, the first 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter, it seemed like Texas found something. You mentioned the run with the couple of threes, but just what were they able to do offensively down the stretch that they weren't doing earlier in the game?
Well, they did knock down some threes. I think they only they had 3 the whole game, and they knocked down back to back, and that was really the difference. I think we really clogged up the paint against them. I think we were making them take difficult shots, and then we lost the shooter. And when he subbed the shooter in, we lost her a couple of times, and that really was the difference.
And how close is Hattie to coming back?
She is injured. It's day-to-day right now. Not sure.
Go back, Ariel, for one more.
Coach, again, another All-American performance from Vivian Gray. How impressive is it to see her make those clutch, difficult shots? And a lot of times she's off balance. To you as a coach, how impressive is that?
Well, she's just a phenomenal player. I mean, she's a shot maker. She's a playmaker. Her jumper is just second to none. I mean, I think she's one of the best mid-range players in the game. But what's really incredible about her is that, she finishes with 20 and doesn't shoot one free throw. I mean, that's impressive for her to be able to have to earn every point that she makes. And she's got people on her, for 40 minutes. I mean, she has to really work. Her teammates did a good job of setting some good screens and giving her a little bit of space, and she only needs a little. But I'm really proud of just how the minutes she's putting together right now. I mean, she's really playing some great basketball and has just a different focus about her right now.
Coach, obviously it's never fun to be in the midst of a losing streak, but what are the main positives you guys can take away from this last string of games?
Yeah. It's not fun. That was 100% correct, is what you just said. But, what I'm taking from it is just how hard we're playing and how much we're battling, and that it doesn't matter if they're number 8, number 16, number 25. Like, our kids are in the fight. And that's all I can ask for these kids right now. I mean, we're a growing program. We're building our culture. We're trying to build some chemistry with the kids that are out there on the court. And I just think that they are doing a phenomenal job of being coachable, of putting game plans together and executing them, of being there for one another, making big shots, making great passes, getting big boards. And they're being very unselfish about it as well. So there's a lot of positives that you can take, and you got to just keep growing, right? You just got to keep growing and keep grinding. And that's probably what I've been the most impressed with, because there's been some moments I feel like they could have waved the white flag, and that's not in their DNA, which is why we recruited them and which is why they're Lady Raiders.
Coach, obviously ancillary to the game, but the National Girls and Women's in Sports Day celebration, and then to bring it back to the game, so many elementary school kids, young girls in attendance, just kind of touch on so many young girls and what it means to the community to be able to have such great role models in your basketball team.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt that the reason that we are filling the stands up, particularly with young girls, are because of the outstanding role models that we have on the court representing Lady Raider basketball. And I think it's awesome that, so many people came out tonight, whether that was the reason or not. I think we had a great clinic beforehand that we had great participation in from all the sports at Texas Tech, which I really want to thank Brandy Stewart for organizing that and for really encouraging all of our sports to be represented, because it's not just about basketball. And I think that was a fantastic idea. you know, sports is so important for these young women. It's just a time that it's an avenue that they can use, right, to become courageous, to become confident, to become successful, to learn how to fight, to learn how to persevere, and to be empowered. And what I love about our program is that we empower women, from little girls that come to our games, to the girls that are on our bench, to the people that are on my staff, to the people that are in the stands. And it is unfortunate when you have other leaders of programs that want to address women, right, or attack women in a professional setting when they're supposed to be empowering their own women. And how can you do that when, how can you be a leader of women when you go after women, you know, in the profession? That just doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm super proud to be a Lady Raider, and I'm super proud to represent our program. And, you know, our girls played with a lot of fight and with a lot of class.
Anything else for Coach? All right, guys, thank you very much. Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.